March of last year, so it's been a year. Yeah, just 12 months. I'll try to walk around. Yeah, it's just been 12 months, and I went on a trip to the Philippines in May, and then I went to Vietnam and Bali, and both like all great countries, and I vlogged my way through those countries. And it wasn't until I made a video called "The Philippines Is Not Poor." That was the time when my video went viral and lots of people started to follow my page. So yeah, go watch that video if you want to know what it's about. And ever since then, I kept making videos about the Philippines. I've been a big fan of the Philippines for a long time. So like ever since maybe when I was like 4 or 5 years ago, I've had lots of friends from the Philippines that have told me about the culture. And so I've just continued to make videos, and that's why I'm here as well. So my page now has 190,000 likes. So it's just been crazy. I really thank like everyone for the support. If it wasn't for you, I would not, be there. So and now I'm just here with Sandy, making videos, trying to, shout out the Philippines more and more, hopefully. So that's a little bit about me. I also am a blogger. I write a lot. So I used to write every single day on medium.com. So I'm not just a vlogger, I also write. So you can follow me on medium.com, Tom Kuegler, if you want to read my writing. So gear, I want to talk about gear today because one thing with gear, you don't really need to have like a crazy awesome camera. You can film with a GoPro or an action camera or like your cell phone. Anything that you can use to record something, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's on a point-and-shoot camera that's like $200 or $100 if you got on the Facebook Marketplace. Like you can film proper video. I think it's all about the story. But I also wanted to show you my setup, so in case you guys wanted to use it, you can. Okay. So this is a Joby tripod. This is about $35, so that would be, what would that be? 1,500 pesos, yeah, something like that. So that's about that for the Joby. What I like about it is like you can mold it and make it fit around things and sort of like make it grip things. So I like that about the tripod. This is a Canon 70D. This is an older camera. It's about $500 if you want to get it used, which I really suggest. Like go on the Facebook Marketplace to get these cameras. Like it doesn't matter if they're used or not. Like when you're buying, just take them through like a short trial to see if they work right. That's all you need. So Canon 70D. This has a flip-out screen like this. But it also has autofocus. It's really important to have autofocus because then you can just vlog and talk to the camera and not have to worry about constantly changing the focus all the time. It's really annoying. So you want to look for a camera if you have money to spend with autofocus, okay? Also, I have this Shure lens hopper. It's S-H-U-R-E. And this is about $200, so 10,000 pesos, something like that. You don't need to go all out with the microphone. You can get a nice one for 3,000 pesos if you want to, okay? And then this is a wide-angle lens, so it's 10 to 22 millimeters, and it gives a really wide view. Like I can see all of you right now with just this lens, which is nice. Sometimes when you have the kit lens, it's very narrow, and you can't see everything. When you're a vlogger and you have the camera like this, you want to be able to see from your waist up. It gives a nicer view. It's and when you're walking through life, it sort of gives that real life effect because it's so wide, right? So that's my gear. I also edit on a MacBook Pro. This is like one of the newer versions. It's really thin. I like it. You can use any computer that's relatively fast if you want to edit video. I use Adobe Premiere Pro for editing, and I also have a I also have a terabyte drive, so this like holds all of my footage. This is my most like prized, like this is all my footage from last year, this year. So if anyone steals this, I'll be very, very sad for a long time. So that's pretty much all my gear. I can answer questions about gear later too if you guys need any help with that, okay? So I'll be wrapping up in just a few minutes, but basically like I see a lot of people too focused on making their videos look great, transitions, the best footage, best looking footage, drone shots, all of this, but I think that stuff is great, but I don't think that it's the most important thing. I think story is the most important thing you have to nail the story. If you don't nail the story, all the drone shots, transition, it's not gonna matter at all. One of my videos, it's about Catriona Gray, about her final answer in the Miss Universe pageant, which won her the competition. I talked about that answer and how people were coming, like, like how she was romanticizing poverty, they said, and I defended her, and that video just went mad crazy viral. And I didn't do anything new with that video. I just talked to the camera about my thoughts. And so when you're making vlogs, this should really be very inspiring to you. Like, it doesn't matter how you're making the videos, it's just the story is the most important part. So I can go into that in more detail a little bit later for you guys, but just focus on the story. If you're filming with a cell phone, that's all you need, really, okay? So when you're making Facebook videos, I would say make sure to focus on the first 5 seconds of the video. That's the most important part. One of my recent videos is about a seed that explodes when it's touched by water, and it's found in the Philippines. I'm not sure what it's called now, but the first 5 seconds was that in my mouth, like exploding, and I was like freaking out about it. I couldn't believe it. So like it was a really genuine reaction, and I knew that was what I wanted to open with. So when you're making your videos, make sure to think about what that first 5 seconds is going to be. If you're just talking to the camera, make sure you're saying the most important part right there, right then and there. Make sure it's a good statement. Make sure it'll drive curiosity, things like that. It's really, 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 even with Nas Daily, right? You see the first 5 seconds, it's just like a really nice shot of something, or it drives curiosity. If you look at his videos, you'll see it. And it's also the title there as well. So focus on the first 5 seconds, I would say. And speaking of Nas, like, follow other creators like Sandy, like What's Up Tony, Nas Daily. Follow those people to see what they're doing. I think that's really, really important, because I learn from Sandy all the time. I learn from Tony. Nas was one of the people that got me into videos, right? So I would say really focus on what the big guys are doing, and girls, on the platform of Facebook and YouTube, okay? And try to emulate what they're doing. I think that's really important. So one other thing, like if you have a mobile phone, I'm just gonna assume like a lot of you can shoot on a mobile phone. I wanna make sure that you guys know how to start from right here where you are. Just get a tripod, or if you don't have a tripod, like set it up on a table somewhere, and put the table in front of, or the tripod in front of a window, any window that you have, okay? And so you have the light coming in to light your face really nicely, and then just have the camera there and record whatever it is that you want to say. I would suggest writing a script before, like 3 minutes long, 2 minutes long, something, so you know what you're gonna say. Think of the first 5 seconds, and then just deliver your message. And it doesn't matter if you mess it up, you can edit that out later. And Sandy's gonna show you some good apps to use if you wanna edit on your phone, okay? So don't worry if you mess anything up. I mess things up all the time. Whenever I shoot for like a 3-minute video, it's always like a 20-minute long clip, because I mess everything up like over and over and over again. That's okay, it doesn't matter. So make sure that you have that lighting on point. You can also shoot outside, but make sure to shoot in the morning and in the evening. in midday, the sun is literally directly overhead, and it'll cast hard shadows on your face. It'll be really weird lighting. Just take your camera out once at like 1 o'clock, and you'll see what I mean. And then take it out at like 5 p.m. when the sun is setting, and you'll see a nice golden, really nice color on your face. Okay. So that's what I would say for the lighting. Okay, I just have 2 more things for you, and then I'll let Sandy talk. And we'll get into Q&A. One thing that I think you all should pay attention to is catching the wave. The reason that Catch Around a Grave video did so well is because everyone was talking about Miss Philippines, right? And I had a really, really important message to say about that. Like, I really felt that message that I put into that video. So try to look around you on Facebook at what's happening and what people are saying about like news, anything like that, and then try to comment on it with something new. Like, don't just put more of the same. Try to comment on that topic, something new. So that's something that I call catching the wave. Like, look at what's happening in real life. Like, Sandy made a video about the Manila Bay. Thought they cleaned it up. That video did like 300,000 views in one day. Okay, and he really felt that message. Like, he went down there, he did the drone shots, he shot the kids in the water. He really felt that message. So try to always pay attention to that. Sometimes scrolling through Facebook will give you good ideas. So try to pay attention to that. And then my last thing is like just talk about topics that mean a lot to you, right? A lot of my videos that don't do well are ones that I don't really care about. I didn't really feel it, right? The Catch Around a Grave video that I did, I filmed it in like, I was gonna film another video, but I ended up filming that one, and I didn't script it. I just said what I wanted to say, and I felt it really, really deeply, like my opinion on that. So try to always connect deeper into how you really feel about something. And don't be afraid to say it, because maybe there's a lot of people that agree with you. And if they don't agree with you, then that's just how life is sometimes. People aren't going to agree with everything, and you might get your opinion corrected, or you might get another point of view, and that's always good, right? So I would say try to do all of those different things all at the same time. And if you just focus on one, I think one at a time, I think you're going to be just fine. So I hope that helps people out a little bit. Sandy's going to talk about some mobile apps that he uses to edit on mobile. I've never edited on mobile. I always do it on my computer. But he does really great with his editing. So, Sandy, do you want to come over and start yours? Thanks, guys.